Hello everyone, welcome back to Geeks for Geeks. So today we are discussing problem of the day that is named as minimum sum. So let's quickly have a look on the problem statement. So problem statement is given an array ARR such that each element is in the range from 0 to 9. Okay, we are given an array and each element in that array is from range to 0 to 9. Find the minimum number possible Find the minimum possible sum of two numbers found by using the elements of the array. So we have to find what is the minimum possible sum of two numbers and we have to use the elements that are being provided in the array. All the digits in the given array must be used. So we have to use all the digits to form the two numbers. So we have to form two numbers, right? So I have to use all the numbers that are given to us in the array and return a string without leading zeros. So we have to return a string. What is that string? So that string is the sum of those two numbers. So return a string without leading zeros. So we have to remove the leading zeros. Okay. So that is the problem statement. Let's quickly have a look on the example. So this is the example number one. So we are given the array and the digits are 6, 8, 4, 5, 2, 3. Right. So these are the digits. So I have to make two numbers from these by using these two digits. So the number one is this one, that is 358. So I have made one number that is 358 by using the digits that is given to me in the array. And the second number that I have made is the num2 and the number is 246. So as you can see that 246 is present in the given array. So that's why I have made two numbers. Number one is 358 and the number two is 246. And we can clearly see that I have used all the numbers that are given in the array. Okay. So now let's try to find out what is the sum of number one and number two. So here we have the sum that is 604. So 604 is the sum. So that is the minimum answer that we can have, okay, by taking two numbers from the given digits. So that is the answer for example number one. Let's quickly see what is the example number two given us. So example number two is this, that is 53074. So I have to make two numbers. So one number I have made is this one, that is 35. Number one is equals to 35. Okay, so I have used 3 and 5 here, and the number two is 047. So I have used 0, then I have used 4, then I have used 7. So you can clearly see that I have used all the digits that is given into array. So that's why number one is 35 and number two is 047. So what is the sum? So the sum is coming out to be 82. So that's why answer for this example number two is 82. So I hope the example and the problem statement is clear to you. Now let's see how we can approach this problem. Okay. Okay, so now we are moving to the approach part. So in the approach, I have written some points. So the first point is that minimum number will be formed if the digits in that number are in sorted. Okay, so suppose we are given some digits that is 2, 5, 6, then 4. Okay, so if I have to make a number from these digits, so what can I do? I can just add the digits on the basis, or I can sort the digits. Okay, so if I sort the digits, so it will become 2, 4, 5, 6. That is the only smallest number that is possible if I try to use those digits. Okay, so that is the first point that we have to notice here. So in these examples, we can clearly see that 246, the digits are in sorted order, 239 digits are in sorted order, and 589 digits are in sorted order. And the second example is that 6 to 1. Here you can clearly see that this 6 to 1 can be minimized by doing 1 to 6. Okay, so that's why I have written that as a cross. It means that 621 is not the smallest number possible by using those digits. Similarly, for 210, it can become 0, 1, 2, that is 12. So 210 can also become 12. So that's why this is not the smallest possible number we can make by using those digits, right? So that is the first point we have to notice here. So how we can use this point to make our answer? So what we are going to do, so we are going to sort all the given digits so that we can get the digits in sorted order. Suppose we have 1, 2, then let's say 0, then 5, then 3. So I want the smallest digits to be on the very first. So that's why I am going to sort this. So it will become 0, 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, so after sorting, I will get the smallest digits and all the digits in sorted order. Okay, so first of all, we are going to sort the array, right? So when we have sorted the array, so after that, what we are going to do, we are going to pick the digits alternatively. because I have to make two numbers, right? That is num1 and num2, and my goal is that these num1 and num2 should also be lesser. So that's why we are going to pick the digits in alternative manner. Okay, so first of all I will pick the digits and put that digit into this number one, and then I will put the second smallest digit in number two. So here we can see that number one and number two will be smallest because I am starting them by using the smallest and the second smallest digit. Okay, so that's why we are going to pick the digits in alternative manner, and then we will make these two numbers, that is number one and number two, and in the end the result is simple. That is, we have to just add number one and number two, and we have to convert that as a string and return to the main answer. Okay, so let's see how we can approach this by using this again, by using this approach. Okay. Okay, so suppose this is the given array, that is 6, 8, 4, 5, 2, 3. Now I'm going to sort this array. Okay, so what the array will look like? So it will look 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, and then 6, and then 8. Okay, so now I have sorted the array on the basis of their digits. So these are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I will make two numbers. So that is number 1, and I will make another number, that is number 2. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to pick the digits in alternative manner. So first of all, I will put the I will put the very smallest digit into number one, so it will become 2, and then I will put the second smallest digit in number 2. Okay, so I will put 3 here. Then again, the third smallest digit will go in number 1, so it will become 2, 4, and the fourth smallest digit, that is 5, it will go into number 2, so that will become 3, 5. Then again put 6 into number 1, so it will become 246, and then again put 8 into number 2, so that will become 358. Okay, so here you can see that the number 1 becomes 246 and the number 2 becomes 358. So if I try to find out the sum of these two numbers, so it will come out to be equals to 604. That is the smallest answer that we can make by using these digits. Okay, so the approach is simple. So approach is that first of all sort the digits, and then try to pick the digits in alternate manner. Okay, so that is the simple approach, right? So now let's see how we can code this up. Okay, so here you can see that first of all we are finding out what is the size of the array. So n is equals to array dot size. Then after that we are sorting the array. At line 12 we are sorting the array because I have to find out what is the smallest and what is the second smallest, what is the third smallest. So that's why we are sorting the array on the basis of their digits. Then we have made two strings. Okay, now you can see that here we were making two numbers, but the thing is that these numbers or these digits can be very large, so that will overflow my integer part. So that's why instead of taking an integer, we are taking strings to store the numbers. So that's why we are taking string a and string b. So string a and string b like this. Okay, and after that we are just running a for loop from 0 to n, and each iteration I am increasing the value of I by 2 so that we can move alternative way. So we are adding the element that is present on the array of I. So array of I plus 0. So we just have to add the ASCII value to make make convert integer to character. So that's why we have added the ASCII value of 0. And similarly for B, we are just starting from 1 because you can see here that num1 was starting from the first index, and num2 is starting from first index, and num1 is starting from 0 index. Okay, so that's why we have taken the for loop also. So for loop is starting from 1 for B, and it will go up to n, and we are going to increase the value of I by 2. So I plus equals to 2. Again here we are adding the value that is present on the ith index, and also its ASCII value, right? After that, okay, so let's see what is the logic we are going to use here. Suppose we have the numbers like this: 3, 5, 8, and let's say 2, 4, 6, 0, and 3. Okay, suppose we have these two numbers. Okay, so how we generally add them? So first we start from the last of the number. So we are going to add 8 and 3. So 8 plus 3 is equals to 11. So I will write 1 here, and 1 will go in the carry. Okay, so 1 go as a carry, and then 1 plus 5, that is 6. Then 6 plus 0, that is 6. So that's why I will write here 6. Now move to the next digits. So 3 plus 6, that is 9. So it will become 9. And carry, there is no carry. So that's why I will move to the next value. So here we have the remaining digits because the second number is greater than the first number. So that's why I will write the same digits like this. So 2, 4, 9, 6, 1. So that's how we are going to add two strings here. So we are going to start from the last of the digit. Okay, so that's why at line 23 and line 24, I have made two pointers, that is the I and J and K. So J will be pointing to the very last node of the first, very last digit or the character of the first string, and K will be pointing to the very last digit or the character of the second string. Okay, so like this, we have made two pointers, and we are also going to take a carry because at each iteration we have to keep the track of the carry also. So that's why we have made a carry is equals to 0 at line 25. Okay, after that at line 26 we are making one answer string. So what is this answer string? So this answer string will store the resultant answer. Okay, so this is the answer string. Right after that we are running a while loop. So what is the condition of the while loop? So the condition of the while loop is that while j is greater than 0 and k is also greater than equals to 0. So what is the meaning of this while loop? So it says that I have still remaining I still have the remaining digits in both the numbers, that is number 1 and number 2. So if this is true, then I will add the digits that are present in that pointers. Okay, so while j is greater than equals to 0 and then k is greater than equals to 0, it means that I still have number 1 and number 2 digits. So what we are finding? We are finding out the sum. How we are finding out the sum? So sum plus equals to, let me write it here, sum plus equals to what we are writing. So we are writing a of j minus 0, a of j minus 0 plus b of k minus 0, and we also have to add a carry. Okay, so add a carry. So that's how we are going to find the sum. So what is this part? So this part will give me the digit. So a of j is a string, right? So we have a character present there. So to convert that character into a string, we are subtracting the sky value of 0. So this will give me the digit that is present on the jth index of string a, and this part will also give me the digit that is present on the kth index of string b. Okay, and the what is the next thing? So the next thing is carry. So we also have to add a carry in the sum. Okay, so sum plus equals to a of j minus 0 plus b of k minus 0 plus carry, right? And we are just adding the sum modulo 10 into my answer string. So answer plus equals to sum modulo 10. So this sum is an integer, so that's why I have to convert that into string. So that's why we are using inbuilt function, that is toString. So this toString converts the digit into a string. Okay, so at line 30 we are just converting that sum modulo 10. Why we are doing a modulo 10? Because I want what is the last digit, because we only write single digit when we add two numbers, right? And the another digit goes as a carry. Okay, so that's why sum modulo 10 is converted into a string, and we have added that into my answer part. And how to find the carry? So carry will become equals to sum divided by 10. Carry is equals to sum divided by 10. This will give me what is the amount that we have to carry to the next iteration. Okay, and just move the j pointers and k pointers. So we are just doing j minus minus and k minus minus. Okay, so that's the while loop. This will find out the sum, but here we have also two while loops. So what are these while loops? So as we have taken this example, so here you can see that my while loop will stop at here because k here is the k is greater than equals to 0, but after this iteration the value of j will become minus 1. So here we can see that I still have these remaining two numbers, that is two digits, that is 2 or 4. So I have to also calculate the answer for these two digits. So that's why we are running a while loop. So while j is greater than 0, so if there are some digits that are remaining in my j while loop, so or the string a, so I will add that by using this while loop. So while j is greater than 0, we are just doing the same logic, we are using the same logic, but here b is not present because this while loop will run only when the b string is exhausted. And thus logic is similar here, that is sum plus equals to array of g minus a of g minus 0, that is subtract the sky value of 0, then add a carry, then convert sum modulo 10 into a string, and carry will become equals to sum divided by 10, and move the j pointer, right? So this while loop, so the while loop that is at line 35, this while loop will run only when the string b is exhausted, right? And another case is that it can also happen that string a gets exhausted, so I have to add the remaining strings of remaining characters of string b. Okay, so this while loop that is at line 42, it is very similar to that of at 35. Okay, so this will run when this will run when b is exhausted. Okay, and the while loop, this while loop will run when string a is exhausted. Okay. Okay, so that's the both of these while loops has the similar logic. Okay, right. So we are done with these two while loops. Okay, after that, it can also happen that I get some carry after finishing all the while loops. So it can happen that the last digit was like the last digit is, let's say, 10, not 10, let's say it's 9, and it's 7. So 9 plus 7, it will become 16. So I will write a 6. And what about the carry? Suppose these two are the only digits, so it can happen that after processing all the strings or all the characters of the array, I still have remaining carry. So in that case, we are just checking if carry is present. So if carry, it means that if carry is greater than 0, if it is present, then I have to convert that carry into a string and then again add to my answer string. Okay, so answer plus equals to 2 string. Okay, so till this point, we have just converted, uh, we have just made our answer array. Okay, now in the question, it was also given that uh, return a string without leading zeros. So we want that no leading zeros is present there. So that's why at line 54, so we are just adding the digits in the reverse order. So we are just adding the digits or the characters in the reverse order. So if there are leading zeros present, so they will be at the back of the string, because we have just added that digits into our reverse form. So that's why we are running a while loop. So while answer is not empty and answer dot back is equals to 0. Suppose we have this 8 280. So what is this? So we have to remove the 0, because if I reverse this, so it will become 082. So that is the answer, but we want that we have to remove the leading 0. So that's why I have to remove the leading 0. So that's why we are running a while loop. So we are just removing the zeros from the back of the array, back of the answer string. And in the end, just we have to reverse, because we have processed our string A and string B in the reverse order. That's why our answer will be in reverse order. So before returning the answer, we just have to reverse the answer. So reverse answer dot begin, answer dot end, and in the end just simply return the answer. Okay, so that's the code and approach. I hope this approach is clear. Let's try to submit. Let's try to compile and run. Okay, so yeah, it's working fine for the visible test cases. Let's try to submit this. Okay, yeah, it's passing for all the test cases. Okay, right. So now let's discuss about the time complexity. So here we can see that we are just sorting the array. So this sorting will take n log n time, n log n. Okay, this sorting will take order of n log n. And after that, we are just running a while loop. So these while loop can be can run up to like n times. So yeah, array dot size is n. Array dot size is up to 10 to the power 6. So we can say that while loop will run lesser than order of n, because we have just converted them into two parts. We have just split the array into two parts. So these two parts will be always lesser than n. So here we can see that the time complexity would be order of n log n. Okay. because and sorting takes order of n log n, so that's why time complexity is order of n log n. I hope you find this video helpful. Thank you for watching this video.